fired at police from inside the home.
4 shots fired.
The home was then set on fire. Neighbors knew the young man had a baby and watched as he dropped that baby out of a window.
Like, he leaned out the window and dropped the baby on the grass.
Because he was going back in to do stuff?
Yeah, and the baby was naked while the house was on fire. This all was happening while the house was on fire.
Crawl into that tree!
Yes, sir!
Crawl into that tree!
Yes, sir!
Keep crawling!
Yes, sir!
Move!
Yes, sir!
Move!
Yes, sir!
Move!
Yes, sir!
Keep moving!
Yes, sir, I'm down!
Keep moving!
Yes,
Keep
sir.
coming to me! Let's
Yes,
go!
sir.
Let's go!
Yes, sir!
Let's go!
Yes, sir!
Yep, you're doing a good job, man. Let's go!
Yes, sir!
Keep coming!
Yes, sir.
Keep coming!
Yes, sir!
Keep coming!
Yes, sir!
Keep coming!
Yes, sir.
Behind this fire truck!
Huh?
Behind the fire truck! Let's go!
And he killed my sister. He killed my sister.
But why? You're sick. I hope you ride. I hope you ride in jail for the rest of your life.
He walked out of jail on a Friday. 48 hours later, his mother, his stepfather, and the woman who had his child were gone. He was still in that house for 7 hours, refusing to come out, while an entire neighborhood sat on lockdown, waiting to see how it would end. Every single piece of what happened that day all comes back to one decision made the same day he got out. This is Crime on Pulse. Before we get into it, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Crime on Pulse so you won't miss the next case. Zlayiah Frazier grew up in Warren, Michigan as one of 7 kids. At Lincoln High School, people genuinely loved her. Growing up, 2 of her siblings dealt with serious health challenges. One went through cancer, another lived with cerebral palsy. Watching all of that up close, the care that went into it, the strength it took, pointed her in a direction. She decided she wanted to be someone who helped people through the hardest moments of their lives. By her early 20s, she was already putting the plan in motion to go to nursing school. She ran her own boutique, modeling work that was building her an audience online. She had a lot going on, but tried handling everything properly. She was 16 when she first got with Jonathan Welch, back when they were both at Lincoln High. In October 2020, they hit 6 years together. Zlayiah posted about it, and what she wrote showed how all in she was. She talked about growing up with him, buying their first home, and raising each other. 6 years, with no breakup in between. When asked what made it last, she said 3 things: trust, forgiveness, and communication. Those words sound beautiful until you realize they can be used in completely different ways, depending on who's saying them and why. In March 2021, their son was born, and Zlayiah stepped right into the motherhood role. About 4 months in, she wrote her son a letter, talking about how she needed him just as much as he needed her. Said becoming his mother made her grow in ways nothing else could have, that she was building something real so he'd have something to step into one day. But for Jonathan, something about that same season set him off. Here was Zlayiah, juggling nursing school, her boutique, modeling, and motherhood. With all these came attention. Comments on her photos, people noticing her, and a whole life happening outside of him. Jonathan didn't take any of that well. He became convinced she was being unfaithful. It didn't matter what she said. Nothing she did changed his mind. He wanted her phone password, with full access to her messages, DMs, everything. And when she told him no, things got physical. According to reports, the first time Jonathan crossed that line was after their son was born. And it didn't stop there. The cycle just kept going. Something would happen, he'd come back apologizing, she'd give him another chance, and then it would happen again. By June 2022, it wasn't occasional flare-ups anymore. He was controlling where she went, who she could talk to, what she posted. But Zlayiah stayed. She had a 1-year-old, a shared home, 6 years of her life tied up in this relationship. Walking away wasn't just walking out a door. It meant starting completely over as a single mother. So she stayed, hoping it would somehow turn around. On June 2nd, 2022, Jonathan woke up and wanted her phone password. For the next 4.5 hours, he kept her there against her will. At 7:30 that morning, he stepped out of the room for a second. That was all she needed. She got out of that house and ran straight across the street to her neighbor. A woman named Ruth Tabone, who took one look at her, opened the door, and called 911 right then. Jonathan figured out she was gone and tried to push his way into Ruth's house. But he could already hear that call happening. He backed off, got in his car, and drove away. Police got there within minutes, found him, and arrested him that same morning. From the hospital, Zlayiah laid everything out for investigators. The phone obsession, jealousy, months of things building up, and what those 4.5 hours looked like. Wayne County prosecutors came back with multiple felony charges: first-degree assault, assault with intent to cause great bodily harm, and first-degree home invasion. 10 days later, the bond came in at $100,000 with a 10% cash option, meaning somebody could bring him home for $10,000. On July 8, 2022, the $10,000 bond was posted by Jonathan's mother, 57 years old, Flossie Nicole Bray. She worked as a medical transporter and lived on Kenosha Street in Harper Woods with her husband, Robert Bray. Robert was 60, an Air Force veteran, a licensed practical nurse. Flossie brought Jonathan home to her place. He was placed on house arrest and was under GPS monitoring. But here's what's unsettling. She saw those charges, knew what her son had done, and she still went and got him. That's a mother holding on to her child. But that one choice is what set the next 48 hours in motion. 2 days after he got out, Flossie called Zlayiah. She wanted to see her grandson and asked if Zlayiah could bring the baby by the house. Now, whether she told Zlayiah that Jonathan would be there, nobody knows for certain. If she did mention it, maybe Zlayiah figured his mother being present would keep things from going sideways. If she didn't say anything, then Zlayiah had no reason to think it was anything other than a regular visit. Whatever was said, Zlayiah agreed to go. That evening, Zlayiah pulled up to Kenosha Street with her son. Inside the house was Jonathan, Flossie, and Robert. Around 8:14 p.m., Jonathan attacked everyone in that house. If there was any form of argument or altercation that escalated is not entirely clear. Zlayiah didn't make it. His stepfather, Robert, lost his life. Flossie was badly hurt, but still conscious. Before he lit the house up, Jonathan carried his son out to the backyard, away from all of it.
Grab that baby. Do we know how many more kids are in that house? How many kids do they have? Okay, one kid? Okay, all right, so we got all the babies out. All right.
Flossie, despite everything she was going through, got herself out of that house and started making her way down the street looking for help. She ended up at Ruth Tabone's door, the same neighbor Zlayiah had run to just weeks before. Ruth opened her door and called 911 for the second time in barely a month.
Or you better step them up. It looks bad.
She said her son stabbed her in the back, stabbed the whole family.
Where's he at?
I don't know, but come here, look.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. They got to get here. Hurry up.
Stabbing the whole family.
Where's he at? What house?
What house? What house? Come on, baby, stay with me. What house?
Come on. Talk to me.
Hey, come on.
I can't move that knife because it'll only make it worse.
Right, I know she wants me to get the fan on her and get ice water, but I can't move her. I can't let go of her because it'll go right in her back for her. Come on, baby.
Where's the guy at? Who's the suspect?
Son is stabbing everybody in the house, but we're trying to find out what address.
What's your address?
Hurry up. No. Stay down. Stay down.
Looks familiar.
Stay down.
Yeah, just stay there.
Hey, come with me. Just don't touch anything, all right? I want you to just look at her face. Look at her face, tell her where she lives.
Right there.
Where, right here?
Greenhouse.
This greenhouse?
Right there with that, right 206.
Okay, there's blood on the door. All right.
Son is still over there. And it's a wife, he got a girlfriend, and they got a baby. And it's a man over there. He just had an accident last night.
Yeah, we know about the man with the accident.
So I think that's the son car right there. So he in the house.
Okay. Hey, Matt. Mike. Here's what we got. Yeah. He's in the house. The son's in the house with a wife and a kid.
60.
First responders arrived to complete chaos. The house was fully engulfed, and Jonathan locked inside, refusing to come out. the whole street got shut down.
We're learning new information tonight into a barricade situation that unfolded overnight in Harper Woods.
It dragged on for 7 hours at a home on Kenosha. It's right in the area of 94 and Moross.
I got movement inside the house. He's setting it on fire. The kitchen's on fire.
Coming out of the back. We got a kid come out of the back. House on fire? Look at the window. Look at the window. Grab that baby. Oh shit! Get in! Get down! Yeah, put her over there. He's got a pretty good view, and he's got a fire going in there. So if anything, this guy's gonna just fucking walk out and probably just start shooting like crazy.
All right, we got flames in the house.
60 more shots fired.
Negotiators spent hours trying to talk him down. After about 7 hours, Jonathan came down the front steps and surrendered right there in the street.
Just a guy on the porch on his belly. Crawl down the stairs!
Crawl into that tree! Yes, sir. Crawl to that tree! Yes, sir. Keep crawling! Yes, sir. Move! Yes, sir. Move! Yes, sir. Move! Yes, sir. Keep moving!
Yes, sir, I'm down.
Keep moving!
Yes,
Keep
sir.
coming to me! Let's
Yes,
go!
sir.
Let's go!
Yes, sir.
Let's go!
Yes, sir.
Yep, you're doing a good job, man. Let's go!
Yes, sir.
Keep coming!
Yes, sir.
Keep coming!
Yes, sir.
Keep coming!
Yes, sir.
Keep coming!
Yes, sir.
Behind this fire truck!
Huh?
Behind the fire truck! Let's go! Let's go!
Yes, sir.
We just want to help you, man. Keep coming! Let's go! Let's go!
No,
You got a gun on you?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Cuff him!
Cut it, sir. Cut it.
Cuff him! Don't make a move. You gotta reach for anything in your fucking pocket. I will shoot you.
He cut me. I'm not doing nothing. Don't resist me. Head down. He cut me, officer. He cut me.
Who else is in that house? Who else is in that house? Your father and girlfriend? Who's got the gun?
I don't got a gun, sir. Firefox, shut up. Go ahead, sir. I was talking to him. I'm sorry.
In the house. Girlfriend and stepfather. Did the guy arrested last night for heroin?
Yeah, that was him.
Who's got the gun in there?
The guy who's arrested for heroin.
Okay. What's his problem?
I don't know.
Okay. Is his name? What's his name again?
Robert Bray Jr.
Yeah, Robert Bray. What's his deal right now?
I don't know.
Is there any more babies in there?
No, I got one son.
All adults?
Yes, I got one son. Is he out? Is my son out?
The baby, right?
Yes,
yeah, he's out. We got the son. All right. You're fine, man. You participated. I appreciate it.
He just crawled out of the house. I don't know if suspect or not.
If there's anybody else in there.
He just said it was the father, that old guy that we got. I'm pushing 160 on the heart right now. I can't believe it. I went up and grabbed that kid. And I didn't. I think that's what's going through my head right now. He could have fucking popped me. No. I'm starting to think Dad might be dead. I just want this to be over with.
Once investigators could get inside what was left of the house, they confirmed that Zlayiah Frazier and Robert Bray were both gone. Flossie was rushed to the hospital, but she passed away from her injuries a few days later.
A violent incident that rocked a Harper Woods neighborhood and destroyed a family more than a week ago just keeps getting worse. 23-year-old Jonathan Welch was let out on bond, accused of torturing his girlfriend. Police say he used that bond as freedom to take her life and the lives of others. Sean Lay is live where it happened in Harper Woods with reaction after a third person has died in connection with all of this. Sean.
And Kimberly, we're talking about an awful incident here that happened on July 10th. We were here as it all was unfolding. We continue to discover new information day after day about this horrible case. The family's home here remains a sad crime scene. Neighbors here tell us they watched Jonathan Welch lower his little boy, baby boy, out the window and go back inside the home. That's where police say he went on a horrible stabbing spree, and now we've learned there are no survivors.
But I never would have thought that this would have occurred.
1 week ago, this shocking scene played out across the street from Jeff Wolf's Harper Woods home. Video showing 23-year-old Jonathan Welch surrendering to police after prosecutors say Welch killed his longtime girlfriend Zlayiah Frazier, his stepfather Robert Bray, setting his mother's home on fire and shooting at police. Also, Welch's own mother was stabbed in her back during the attack. Police now confirming tonight that mother, Flossie Nicole Bray, has died from her injuries.
It's just a tragedy. Really, that's all that can really be said about it. I think everybody in the neighborhood was pulling for Flossie to make it and hoping that that would be at least one salvageable element of this situation. So it's very tragic.
All this taking place after Welch was arrested and charged in June with torturing and sexually assaulting Frazier. But a 36 District Court magistrate gave Welch a $10,000 bond. Welch's mother bonding her son out. Hours later, police say Welch attacked her, Frazier, and his stepdad.
Everybody's just shocked about it and dismayed that this all could have been prevented.
Back here live, Jonathan Welch, now a Harper Woods judge setting bond for him. No bond is being held tonight. He has a hearing tomorrow. We'll have it covered for you. We understand his charges will now be amended to include his own mother's death. We're live in Harper Woods tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4. Back to you.
Unbelievable. Okay, Sean, thank you.
Cell phone video captured by a neighbor and shared with Local 4, showing you the intense ending to a horrific scene in Harper Woods. You can see a 23-year-old man surrendering to police, crawling down a home's front steps, then carefully taken into custody. It all started Sunday evening with a call to 911 from inside that home on Kenosha.
Caller stated that someone there is holding her hostage. She was trying to explain the situation, and then a lot of screaming started and the phone disconnected.
A woman held hostage, and we are told that young man was on a stabbing spree. The young man's mother making it out of the home and into Ruth Tabone's home right across the street.
I told her, I was like, what happened? She says, I was stabbed. I'm like, what? So then she started to collapse, so I helped her down, and I had to keep her up because at that point, I see the knife was still in her back.
Shots were being fired at police from inside the home.
4 shots fired.
The home was then set on fire. Neighbors knew the young man had a baby and watched as he dropped that baby out of a window.
Like he leaned out the window and dropped the baby on the grass.
Because he was going back in to do stuff?
Yeah, and the baby was naked while the house was on fire. This all was happening while the house was on fire.
You can see how carefully Harper Woods police and fire had to operate to put the fire out and then urge the 23-year-old to surrender. Once he did, police making the awful discovery. The bodies of the young man's father and girlfriend were found in the home.
Now, you indicated that Zlayiah and your son Samuel have been living there recently. When did they move back in there? How long have they been staying there?
I got out on the...
You got out on the 8th of July.
The 8th of July.
Which would have been last Friday?
I didn't get out last Friday. I've been out for a month.
You've been out for a month?
Yeah, I've been at their house for a month.
Oh, okay.
The whole article, everything is just, hold on one second, because they said they arrested me on the 2nd. When they watched me walk away, they arrested me on the 10th.
I don't care about
that. Yeah, so
and again,
I basically got out on the 14th. Okay. So I got out
June.
June 14th.
You've been out a month.
Right.
So I'm only going by on what a prosecutor told me.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the facts.
What's your relationship with mom and dad? Pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your relationship with your fiance, Zlayiah? You guys pretty good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So whatever did or didn't happen a month ago, you guys kind of patched that up?
Right.
Okay, good.
He hit me again in my arm with the hammer.
I thought you just said he had a gun.
No, he had a gun. He did have a gun. When he pulled the trigger, the gun didn't go off. So when the gun didn't go off, he hit me in my arm with the hammer. When he hit me in my arm...
So did he have a gun in one hand and a hammer in the other one?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So he hit me in my arm.
What kind of hammer was it?
I don't know the specific hammer. I'm in the bathroom. When I'm in the bathroom, when I scoop his leg and I hit him, we both fall. We fall on top of each other. I hit him again. Once I hit him, that's when I'm crawling out the bathroom. I feel the smoke. So now when I crawl out the bathroom, I'm crawling towards the front door.
Okay. How did this fire start in the house?
I don't know how the fire started. I was just coming back to consciousness. I don't know how the fire started or anything about the fire.
Your rendition of what happened, Jonathan, and I'm only stating this based on what Zlayiah said to us via 911, because she was able to call 911, and your mom said to us specifically when we arrived, and to include me, I was one of the first ones to arrive. Okay, so Zlayiah calls 911 and indicates that she was hiding in a bedroom and can't leave, that your mom was protecting her from you, and you were trying to kill her, and you had a knife.
How my mama protecting her from me, and my mama got a licensed gun?
Right, but
that don't make sense.
Analyzing the evidence we recovered from the house. You know, for instance, your mom's gun, the knife, the hammer, the lighters, and all those items I just told you about, Jonathan, the knife that we got out of your mom's back, the purple and black gun, the hammer, and the lighters that we recovered from the living room, every one of those items, Jonathan, has your DNA on them. Every one of them.
Jonathan went back to Wayne County Jail, same place he'd walked out of just 48 hours earlier. This time, he was held with no bond. 3 charges connected to the lives that were lost: the woman who had his child, his stepfather who opened his home to him, and his mother, who spent her own money to bring him back. Jonathan appeared for arraignment on July 13th, 2022. The police department put out a statement pointing directly to the fact that Jonathan had been given a chance through the bond process and what he did with that chance. But investigators were still digging.
In mid-June, Welch was charged with several felonies, including torture. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office says Welch viciously attacked and sexually assaulted his ex-girlfriend. Prosecutors then say 36th District Court Magistrate Don White set Welch's bond at $100,000, 10% cash surety. After posting the $10,000 bond, Welch walked out of jail on Friday. By Sunday,
and they let him out of jail, and he killed my sister. He killed my sister. They should never let him out of prison. I don't have nothing to say.
Because he wasn't incarcerated, she is now dead. His father's now dead. His mother's in a hospital bed, and he's got a baby out there. They'll, in most likelihood, never see his father again, and I'll never have a chance to know the baby's mother.
Attorney James Gallen Jr. says one purpose of bond is to protect the public.
Allegations are one of the things they take into consideration. There's a number of factors that are supposed to be taken into consideration when a judge or magistrate setting a bond.
Regarding the bond initially set by the magistrate,
I do believe it was too low. 23 years old, a time bomb. And I'm not saying that the magistrate or judge could have predicted that, but with the charges and the nature of the charges, it should have been apparent that society needed big protection.
We reached out to Magistrate White and we'll let you know when we hear back. Meanwhile, Brianna says the system failed her sister.
It's broken. It's definitely broken. They should never let him out.
On July 16th, people gathered at Lincoln High School football stadium to release balloons in honor of Zlayiah's memory, the same school she'd walked through as a teenager.
They are about 100 family and friends met here at Lincoln High School, where Zlayiah attended just a few years ago and graduated. And tonight they were all wearing purple, her favorite color, and reflecting on the life that she was just beginning.
She didn't have to die.
The system failed her.
22-year-old Zlayiah Frazier's mother is in tears as she faces what led to her daughter's murder. Zlayiah's boyfriend, 23-year-old Jonathan Welch, is accused of killing her and his stepfather Sunday in a violent rampage. Jonathan was out on a $10,000 bond for torturing and trying to kill Zlayiah. Her family is now frustrated with the 36th District Court magistrate, Dawn White, who set the bond.
Her mistake cost my sister her life, and that hurts. There's nothing that can bring my sister back. There's nothing that somebody can say, no apology that's going to bring my sister back. That hurts.
She was a beautiful woman with a beautiful soul, very courageous, very outgoing,
and loved by family and friends.
The turnout itself made me emotional. My sister, just to see that she was this well loved and liked, and it just means a whole lot to me. There's many people coming out.
They prayed together.
Amen.
And cried together. It's a pain this family doesn't want others to have to go through.
And I want all of y'all young folks to know abuse is not love.
Some people are afraid of being judged and everything, but your loved ones, they're not going to judge you. You know, we're here to help. Everyone's here to help. Everyone wish they could have helped my sister.
Zlayiah and Jonathan had a 1-year-old son together, and now her family is raising money to better support him as well as bury Zlayiah. If you want to donate, we'll have that information on clickondetroit.com. Live in Warren, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
She was laid to rest on July 26, 2022. Her mother, Trina, talked about everything Zlayiah was working toward. The nursing degree, wanting to be there for families going through the same medical struggles her own family had faced, the boutique, and everything she was building.
That's why she wanted to become a nurse, that he held her hostage for hours. He beat her, and when he got tired, he rested and beat her some more. What he did, torture. He poured gasoline on her. He wanted to kill her.
Then she talked about the little boy Zlayiah left behind, a child who's going to grow up learning who his mother was through pictures and the stories people tell about her. Her brother Quazon talked about the last time he really saw her, just being herself.
One of the last videos I got with my sister, we did like a karaoke night. My sister was fully naked when she ran out the house and ran to a nearby neighbor house to get help. How do you let somebody out that did that to somebody? How do you let them out? I want women across the world to know that abuse is not love.
Abuse is not love.
They had made a karaoke video together just weeks before. That video is the last image he has of his sister genuinely happy. The family set up a GoFundMe for the baby's future and to help cover expenses. The community came through. Robert's daughter, Robin, lost her father that night, a man who survived military service, survived cancer, gave his career to helping people recover, lost his life in his own home.
He was well, and he was happy. The things he did to that young lady is horrifying, and he shouldn't have been let out on the street.
Now Thomas is hoping the community can help her through this tragedy and give her father the funeral he deserves.
It really taking a toll on me because right now I'm not working and I don't have the funds to try to get him a proper funeral. And just trying to get documentation for him. I can't get in the house.
To learn how you can donate, go to fox2detroit.com.
He was the kind of man, he didn't argue, he didn't fight. He was just a sweet, kind-hearted man.
As investigators went deeper into Jonathan's movements, they started looking at the days right around that June 2nd incident. On June 4th, 2022, a 24-year-old woman named Natayla Morse was found in a field on Detroit's east side, near Lenox and Canfield, in the early morning hours. Her identity wasn't confirmed right away, and the case stayed open. But as the investigation into Jonathan kept going, evidence began pointing back to him in connection with Natayla's passing as well. He was arraigned on those additional charges on March 23, 2023. In the weeks that followed, Zlayiah's family started speaking openly about what they wished had been caught earlier.
It honestly kind of doesn't really make any sense how they have any connection whatsoever, so.
Her sister still going through the anger.
Did he deserve a bond? No, especially that low. It's absurd. I I'm honestly speechless. Bond reform definitely needs to become a big major thing, because this happens all the time, you know. So much could have been prevented if they would have really looked at the bigger picture. You're a threat to the community, you know.
Looking at the full picture, Jonathan had walked out on serious felony charges. His own mother posted his bond. Then she called the victim and invited her over. At what point does believing in someone become something that puts everyone around them at risk? Was that a mother protecting her child, or a mother protecting her image of who she wanted her child to be? Jonathan had already shown everyone exactly who he was on June 2nd. Hope is not a safety plan. This case didn't start on July 10th. It started the first time a warning sign showed up and got explained away. And by the time that house was lit up, every chance to change the outcome had already passed. The world keeps spinning, and so does crime. Stay observant, listen to your instincts, and don't ignore the warning signs. I'll see you in the next case on Crime on Pulse. Thanks for watching.